right, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the September live stream.
Yeah.
We wish we could do these more, but doing them once a month really makes it an event for us, and we hope for you guys too.
Yeah.
So hope everybody. Hey, Matt's up in the house. Kathy
hey,
Huey,
hey.
Top Dog, Tim Fain.
Yeah. Hi,
Love seeing
everyone.
you guys in
Eric's
here.
in here.
The man with 3 names.
Yes.
Great to see you guys.
Oh, sweet. Hi, William.
Cheers, William Edwards. We're starting off with a little bit of high quality H2O since we've got a flight ahead of us, and
Yes.
we've been filming a few videos prior to this. So trying to pace ourselves out here. Tim says he finally showed up on time for once.
It's all good,
Cool.
Tim.
62 Chevy, W. Wilson. Cheers, brother. The man, we did a Patreon shout out for W. Wilson, and it's going to be a good one.
It will be.
We were talking about how he's a man of mystery because no one knows what the W means or what it stands for. So we don't want to know. Don't tell us. But yeah, cheers, guys. We're happy to be here.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we should just get right.
Yeah.
Well, first, okay, we got people in the chat.
Yeah.
Julie L. Hey, Julie
Hi.
Light. I think in our recent video, we said something like it's not all about the likes, and we were talking about like thumbs up on videos, but we didn't mean Dan and Julie. You guys are great. So it is all about you. Doug Tucker, Aiden. So
Hey, Aiden.
So let's talk about real quick. This is part of our thing, but Aiden, we met Aiden.
We got to
and
meet
we also
him.
got to meet Kathy Huey.
Yeah.
So she's Nashville and Aiden's in Minnesota, and we were up in Minnesota, but we'll get to that when we're talking about things that have been going on.
Yeah.
So right now, let's not bury the lead because we want to be able to make sure we get right to the important information for anybody catching the rewatch. I also feel like I have like a hair or something in my eye. So if I start spazzing out, that's what's going on over here. All right. So first things first, charity and the bottle giveaway.
Yep.
So we're going to get to the bottle giveaway, the flight giveaway, the extra items and stuff, but we're not going to do that yet. We're going to right now talk about charity stuff. And if you didn't catch our August live stream or you don't know what's going on, we are now in the month of September, September the 12th. We're coming right off of National Suicide Prevention Week. And there's a lot of really great mental health charities out there. But in our October live stream next month, October 10th, I almost said August 10th, not August 10th, October 10th at 8 p.m. on Sunday, we are going to do a charity fundraiser here on the live stream. And the way that's going to go down is we're going to have a GoFundMe page that goes live the morning of that event. So if you can't make the live stream, you can go that morning to donate, but we're really going to try to funnel all the donations into the live stream. We're going to have some great wrenches, some great moderators helping us out to keep track of everything. We love that because the money goes straight to GoFundMe, and then it goes straight to Right Love on Her Arms, which is the charity organization that we're choosing to support. That whole thing started. The reason that organization started, we'll talk more about that and why it's so close to home for us, for me in particular, and all that on the October live stream. But all the funds will go directly to them, minus like a small processing fee, but it's way less than what YouTube would take for the super chat percentages and all that stuff. So that's going to be great to be able to raise money for that organization, to talk about mental health, to hang out with you guys. I can't wait. In addition to that, we're going to be doing a bottle giveaway. Now that's going to happen here on the live stream. We'll chit chat a little bit. The mods will keep track of the donations made on the GoFundMe. Every $5 made over there will get you entered in, get you one entry into the thing. And I think we've got really close to like 30 winners. And
possible
there's
winners.
some crazy stuff in here. Like this has been a massive community effort. We're putting forth some flights with some cool stuff, but people just really came out to support this cause.
You guys stepped up big time.
It's absolutely incredible. So I know it's a good giveaway when I really wish I could enter. I so wish I could enter this thing. So we're really excited for you guys to win some of this stuff and to raise some money for an amazing charity in the process. So the charity is going to be To Right Love on Her Arms, and we're gonna talk about hope and help from a place of health and healing on the live stream, and we want to be able to speak into that for people who are dealing with this stuff or people who are affected by people who are dealing with this stuff. I mean, mental health really touches all of us. So these other organizations, though, that I'd love you to look into, the Jed Foundation of people who do choose to take their own life, a lot of them are young people.
So they focus on young people?
Yeah. So the Jed Foundation was started, I think, in the late 90s. These are all like 4-star Charity Navigator vetted organizations.
Okay.
So the Jed Foundation is for young people and they're straight taking on suicide prevention, which is amazing. And then the Trevor Project, which is, they do the exact same thing, except for the LGBTQ community specifically, which if young people already weren't at a very high risk for suicide ideation and attempts, it's magnified in the LGBTQ community. So the Trevor Project is doing amazing things there. And then we want to also talk about NAMI. It's the National Alliance Against Mental Illness or on mental illness. And they're like the big boy.
The big one.
In the space.
Gotcha.
And originally we kind of were talking about it. We're like, maybe we should go that route. But the money that they bring in for their cause, a lot of that goes towards awareness. And then a lot of it also goes towards legislation. And that's a little bit, it is very cool. Yeah. But it's a little less personal to us, whereas To Write Love on Her Arms, they're more hands-on and direct help for people who need it, including even sponsoring people who need it.
But all those that you mentioned are good ones to check out if this is a topic that is of interest to you, something you really want to get into helping.
So I'll throw some websites real quick. The Jed Foundation these are just straight up jedfoundation.org, JED.
Okay.
Then the Trevor Project is thetrevorproject.org.
Is it Trevor with OR?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, OR. And then National Alliance on Mental Illness is NAMI.org. And then the charity that we're going to be donating to Write Love on Her Arms, or if you acronymize it, it's
like the
Tualoha. So it's TWLOHA.com. So those are all those. If you're catching the rewatch, or if you're watching this now, go back after and then check those out for sure. So let's get into the bottle giveaway.
Okay.
So we've got some on-screen graphics. We're going to catch up with the chat after we show what we're doing. So let's do the flights first.
Flights, okay.
So let's make sure that we have audio. Do we have audio?
Let's check
Do we have audio?
I hope we have audio. We've been talking a lot.
Well, we're doing
Will somebody tell us if we have audio?
Yeah.
Julie, while we're waiting, Julie asked whether the dates are. It's October 10th.
Yep. So hopefully we have audio. Go to the bottom of the chat to see if we have audio.
Kathy
says we're good. Okay. So when we play our intro video, we don't have audio. So, all right, let's look at these flights, guys. This is incredible. And I want to give proper attribution where it is due. So first things first, a flight of Pappy 15, Pappy 20 year, and Pappy 23 year. Now, to be specific, the Pappy 15 is from 2014, and the Pappy 20 is from 2014, and the Pappy 23 is from 2016. There's also going to be a Weller flight with CYPB, Weller 12, Weller Antique 107, and Special Reserve. And those are all from Warehouse B, Top Dog Bourbon, and the Bourbon Engineer. And these are local guys here to us in the Nashville area. They actually live just a few miles from our house. We're going to go over and have some pours with them here soon. We're going to pick up. Yeah, we're going to pick up these flights.
Oh, I didn't know that.
This is Brian Ware and his crew.
Oh,
that down near Nippers Corner.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah, we're going to get together with them, and this is incredible. They're also doing the stuff that you see at the bottom with the custom lamps, the stave flight holders, and the bottle openers. That's going to be absolutely incredible stuff to give away. And then as far as the other flights go, we've got Barry Hawk is giving away this, what I'm calling the aged flight.
Okay.
Which is like, anything that's aged is better than anything that's aged, right? Because you say it like aged.
Yeah.
So we're going to run the gamut of years here, and starting off at 1792 with a 12-year, then the Russell's 13-year, Sam Houston 14, Calumet 15, Copper Tongue 16, and then let's throw in a Wild Turkey Masters Keep Decades just for fun.
Wow.
And he's also got a Bardstown flight in there. And then we are going to be throwing in flights, blind flights because we love blinds.
Mm-hmm.
So we're throwing in blind flights. So you're not going to know exactly which one you're getting, but we're going to pick winners. We're going to make some blind flights for you guys, send them out kind of like what some of our patrons would get
Mhm.
in some of the top tiers. And these are going to have every single amazing bottle that we have in the house.
Yeah.
And we're going to put it up against an available pour or two that are also really good that we think compare very favorably, and see if you can figure out what's going on, which is, speaking of Barry Hawk and the Aged Flight, that's kind of what we're doing tonight. He's got some stuff for us that we're going to do. But you guys can see all the stuff on the screen. And then Sailor is giving away a cocktail box that's got like samples and recipes and ingredients and all kinds of stuff. It's like a $200 value.
Oh my gosh.
That's amazing. So that's some Instagram love coming through right there.
Yeah.
And then let's click on the bottles and see what we're giving away here. So now we're on our bottle list, and I've got attribution on there so you can see everything. But I mean, we've got Elmer's, Blanton's, Weller 12.
Wow.
I mean, never see Weller 12 anywhere ever, or Elmer T. Lee for that matter. We've got a couple Russell's picks. One of them signed by Jimmy Russell himself.
Wow.
Some Willett. I mean, tons of stuff.
I can see what you were talking about, wanting to be able to get these giveaways.
So you guys can see Eric David Gunderson, so generous to give away these amazing bottles at the top. And then Scott Kading, local Nashville Bourbon Social Club guy, came through with some amazing bottles as well. I love the fact that there's a Nashville Barrel Company rye going in here, because Nashville Barrel Company is a local
Nashville company
to us. Here in Nashville. And it's sourced MGP, but it's all really, really good. And then we've got Alex Carper and Aiden coming through. Aiden with this Obtainium store pick.
Nice.
We absolutely love Obtainium. So happy to have him coming through with that. And then Alec Carper coming through, Nashville Bourbon Social Club guy, with the 3-quart, 119 proof, 16 year. So that's going to be something else on the 3-quart. Burnkey, Kimberly Burns coming through with some crazy bottles. Four Roses barrel strength pick, Russell's pick, a Whistle Pig pick, High West Midwinter's Nights Dram, which is one of our favorite pours. I mean, Knob Creek rye pick, amazing.
Yeah.
And then Henry McKenna from Henry Ramirez, and Henry Heaven Hill 7-year from Aaron Miller. And then I want to focus on these right here from Brian Waller, the Wheeler's Raid Toasted Rye, which is a Source MGP bourbon, but Wheeler's Raid is local to Nashville as well. So I love having that in there. And then this 1.75 liter Buffalo Trace store pick, which I didn't even know those existed.
Yeah. Well,
and we'll show you that when we come back from the graphic here. And then also the crew, the Warehouse B, the Top Dog Bourbon, and the Bourbon Engineer crew are throwing in a Sazerac rye and a Jack Daniel's Tennessee Taster barrel proof rye, which is a 375 milliliter.
Good grief.
Yeah. They're throwing in that Tennessee Taster, which you can only get those in Tennessee. So that's amazing that they're throwing that in too. So, all right, we can come back.
That's cool.
I got to show you guys this. This is incredible. So this is a regular Buffalo Trace. Okay.
Is this ours?
This is ours.
Okay.
Yeah. This is what a 1.75 liter.
This one will be in the giveaway.
Like, it is comically large. This is amazing. And this is from Cheers, which is a local store here, and they do fantastic picks. Like,
cool.
They are one of the better stores for picks in the area. So, and then we've got some other, we'll show off we got the Blantons with the fishnet, and we've got the Weller 12. I mean, I'm telling you guys, I wish I could be in here. And we got the Elmer. So we got a ton of stuff. Those are the bottles we have on hand. And then we've got our flights, but I'm not going to divulge everything that's in there. But you guys saw the graphic. There's going to be George T. Stagg Jr., probably some Old Forester barrel strength.
Wow.
Old Fitzgerald 14-year, all kinds of stuff. So that's the giveaway.
Kathy asked if it's too late to donate a bottle.
We'll talk, Kathy. So, and if you didn't catch it on the front end, the way to get in on this is going to be on the October live stream, same bat time, same bat channel, on October the 10th. And we're just going to go for a couple hours talking about mental health awareness. And then separate and apart from that, we'll raise money on GoFundMe. Yep. Every $5 gets you entered. And if you want to donate a lot of money to the cause, It never goes through our hands.
Right.
And you can choose to be anonymous publicly, but then the moderators on the back end can see who you are and enter you in appropriately for that. So we realize like when we donate to charity, it's usually anonymous. Like we're not trying to get credit for anything, but you'll still be entered into the giveaway and you can maintain your anonymity. So wow, that was like a really big word. I felt smart.
You are smart. You're so smart.
All right. I've been talking a ton. I'm going to turn it over to Erin, let her catch up on the chat.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get started on pouring these flights.
We had Deadlifts just said that they found us yesterday and asked, what's the link for the charity and the rules? I think you just kind of explained that. Yeah. It'll be happening on October 10th in our live stream. We'll have the fundraiser open. It'll be on GoFundMe, and we'll kind of talk you through it on October 10th. The moderators in the chat will post a pinned link so that you guys will always be able to find the way to donate during the live stream. Mm-hmm. But the GoFundMe will actually go live that morning. So if you want to get in on the giveaway and you're not able to be present during the live stream, you can still donate that morning.
Yeah, you can still get your donation in.
Okay.
So go ahead and start bringing some glasses in over there so we can get this flight poured.
So if you donate to the GoFundMe that day, if you're able to do it that day, Deadlifts says he'll be unavailable during the live stream, but you can donate that day, and every $5 you donate will get you a one entry into the giveaway. Yeah. Okay. All right. Any other donation, charity, fundraiser questions before we get into the flight
Hit
stuff?
Us with those in the chat, and Erin, go ahead and scroll up and kind of start catching up on the chat a little bit. So we wanted to lead business first, and now we'll hang out.
Great picks, amazing bottles. These are amazing bottles.
Nick Proman, thank you. That's Adriana's better half.
Oh, cool.
And so
I think Adriana's probably his better half.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
All right.
I think we're caught up. Everyone's telling us our audio's good.
Yeah. We didn't think about that when we hit it, and then it was like, oh boy.
All right.
Yeah, let's just say like it's so cool getting to be here on chat and talk to you guys, but it's also really cool to meet people in person.
Brian W, thank you.
Brian Waller coming through. Yeah, that's Wheeler's Raid.
Okay.
He's donating that in the Buffalo Trace bottle, and the genius behind Wheeler's Raid.
W. Wilson.
So me and Brian he's Brian's local Nashville Bourbon Social Club guy, and we got to go on a bike ride together.
Oh, he's a cyclist too?
He does tries.
Oh.
And I actually we can talk, Brian. I want to get into some triathlons. I probably should start off at sprint distance because I can't swim very well. And I love running, but every time I do it, it tears my body apart. He
hurts himself because he goes like too hard. Like he just won't. Like he can run.
I'm dumb.
He's like, I can run 3 miles. Let's run 6.
I'm really dumb.
I can run 6 miles. Let's run 12.
Well, the problem is like I run out 3 miles and then I got to get back, and that's the hard part. And then my knees feel like they're gonna explode. So we can talk about that though. All right.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, W. Wilson, those are some great bottles. Thank you so much for the super chat.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, this is, the community, man. You guys
did it. Like this would be all y'all.
What am I trying to say? It would be a
it's attached to my head.
Sorry, these are the things we deal with when we're filming
that you don't see.
Yeah.
My flyaway hairs.
This would be a shadow of what it's going to be if we didn't have everyone getting involved. Like it would be so much smaller if it was just us, because like when we get bottles in, we just open them up. So we don't really have any bottles to give away. So we'd have to go out and try to get bottles to give away, and we could get some, but it wouldn't be anywhere near this. So there's really power in numbers here.
All right.
Aiden says there's multiple people trying to add bottles to the giveaway. May want to find those. Okay. We'll catch the rewatch of this.
Okay.
Or I'll tell you what, if anybody wants to add bottles to the giveaway, we do want to be respectful of the moderators. So we might start pairing up bottles and figuring out a way to make it a little bit more efficient. So we're not giving away like 50 or 60 items.
Yeah.
But the bulk of what we have right now is pretty much has us close to capped out. If you have something that you want to donate, email us at stuffandwhiskey@gmail.com.
Yeah.
And
that'll be the best way so we can keep track.
One of the two of us will field that, and we'll get a communication with you, and we'll find out how to do all that.
Yeah.
So
I wonder if I should post. Can I post a comment? I can't. The keyboard's too far away. I was going to put our email address, but just stuff and whiskey all spelled out.
Stuff
at
gmail.com. Aiden asked if we have mods. So Adriana is going to mod this for us. And even Trev Wilson from the Bourbon Wrench said he might dust his old wrench off. That sounds bad. You might dust his old wrench off and help us as well. Yeah. So yeah, we're really looking forward to having those guys on board. And you better believe we're going to be hooking the mods up with some stuff for helping us out, because this is hopefully going to be a big event.
Before we get started, Deadlifts asked if we have a whiskey collection video. Where did it go?
We don't. So yeah, chat will jump like that sometimes. No, we don't have a whiskey tour video yet. Our collection isn't all that great. We don't really hunt a lot of stuff, so it's more if like we get the opportunity to buy something, but we just really enjoy trying new things. And if that's something that's cheap and inexpensive that we haven't tried yet on the shelf, we go for that. And if it's something that's crazy that we get the opportunity to buy, we go for that as well. But it's coming up. Allocation season's coming up, and Nashville does a lot of raffles. So we're going to, get in on all the raffles and see what we can get our hands on. Tim asked if we remember the barrel cabinet he got. Just added motion light so it would light up. So that's cool, man. I wish we could have met Tim when we were up in Minnesota. And so how about we do this? We're going to try to combine some things together here. So we're going to start this flight and start enjoying some pours with you guys. And then we're going to do some like recent bottle acquisitions that we've got in that are interesting, which will be fun to show. And then we're going to also just kind of talk about, typically our lives are very boring. We're like very routine. We might as well be 80.
Yeah. But we've actually done stuff since the last live stream.
Man, it's been a month.
Been busy. Yeah.
So we've got a lot to catch up on, including me going on a barrel pick with a local store, which is going to be a ton of fun. We wish you could go too, but you can't. But yeah, so all kinds of stuff. Let's get into this first glass. Okay. So this is a Barry Hawk flight. So first off, Barry Hawk, look at this guy. Sends Inexperienced Whiskey New Guy, if he's in the chat. We've been so busy doing business.
Yeah. We're gonna be better at the chat now.
Wax. So when I used to be a wedding photographer, this hit me close to home because I used to do wax seals for all the stuff that I gave to wedding clients. It really fit my brand. Amazing.
Aiden says we're tall for 80. Thanks, Aiden.
So here are our instructions for the flight. Rules for the flight.
Pour, sip,
pour them,
discuss.
So we'll do number 2, sip them, discuss them, rate them, open the key and find out what they are, and then enjoy. All samples have something in common, but there is a wild card.
Ooh.
So
like a good wild card.
Very, very interesting. All right, chuck that over there.
All right.
Let's get into the nose on glass 1.
Okay.
Ooh.
Smells like whiskey.
Yeah, it's got like a real fruity sweetness to it, though. And I have that hair is in my eye again.
You've been having eye problems.
I have been. This weekend has been something else. We met up with Kathy Huey yesterday, and something came off of a tree and went right into my right eye. And I had to go like high school eye wash station style.
He was like at the kitchen sink flushing his eye out with our tap water.
I drove home with my right hand over my eye, and then I got home and had to rinse it out, and then we had to film videos. Yeah. So that was a ton of fun.
All right, I'm going to taste it.
All right.
Tastes good.
Yeah, that's good. It's really fruity sweet.
I don't get that at all.
So Barry, Inexperienced Whiskey New Guy, also sent us some help.
Yes. No, he sent me some help because apparently I need help.
We opened up some samples from Barry.
Let's get this one first.
And it was a big box. And we were like, what in the world did he put in here? And the first thing I pulled out was this.
Banana Laffy Taffy.
And the note on top says, to help Aaron pick out banana flavors in bourbon.
Because that is one thing that I cannot get. And I've had a couple of these and I still can't get it.
Yeah.
However, that being said, he also sent the sour apple kind. Yeah. Also for the same reason, to help me pick it out.
Yeah.
And this sucker worked.
It actually did work because we So we got these Thursday, I think, and then we filmed 2 blind head-to-heads yesterday. And on the second one of the glasses tasted exactly like that. And
like, exactly.
Should we say what it is?
No.
Okay.
Gotta watch it.
All right, you'll have to watch.
It'll come out sometime in October, probably.
So yeah, those are really cool to have. This is big time fruity sweetness, a lot of flavor there. It's like a really concentrated sweetness on the palate.
Yeah.
But it's not coming through like it's super high proof.
This just tastes like regular bourbon. It just tastes like bourbon. Are you okay?
In my eye. It's like a hair that's like, you ever have like where I go to sniff my glass and
have an eyebrow that's like.
Okay, this is what happens when you get old. All right. It's grand.
So I like this one, but it just tastes like bourbon. Like it just tastes regular.
It's so good. It's good classic flavors, classic bourbon flavors, leans a little bit more towards the fruity sweet side. It coats the palate really well. It's pretty oily.
It does, yeah.
I like that. The finish is faint but lingering, or subtle but sustaining. I'm starting to try to mix things up a little bit with what I always say. But it doesn't hit hard on the palate, but it does have a good concentration of flavor. So glass 1 to me is a thumbs up for sure.
Yeah, I give it a thumbs up.
Easy thumbs up.
It's a thumbs up.
So we will rank these as well, but we're just going to work our way through them initially.
Initial
and then
impressions.
We'll go through it.
It's a thumbs up, just one though.
So let's get into glass 2. Oh, this smells like a rye to me.
Oh, whatever glass 1 is still like hanging out. I gotta.
Yeah, that first glass was oily.
Okay. Aiden says to him, Buffalo Trace is this tastes like bourbon. And he doesn't mean that's a good thing.
Yeah. Buffalo. I mean, she likes rye, and I really do prefer like a high rye bourbon because I like that spice that you get with the sweetness. And Buffalo Trace with their just, it just kind of lacks that spice that I like. It just kind of tastes like generally sweet. And of all the Buffalo Trace products that aren't William LaRue or George T. Stagg or Stagg Jr., I do like the regular old Buffalo Trace the best. And that's been proved through blinds, but we'll see. It's going to pop up in our blind head-to-heads against Eagle Rare and things like that at some point.
So compared to the first one, this one tastes very watered down, but I don't think it is. I think it's just compared to the first one we had.
It first hit me like a rye. It's not hitting me as much like a rye now.
You see what I'm saying though?
No, that's hitting me like a rye. That's like 100 to me. Well, that might be less than 100 proof. It's good though. Like it's not full blown like black licorice and mint rye. It's a little bit of sweetness.
It's making my lips tingle.
Oh boy. So that's glass 2 is definitely, I'm getting that piney note, that minty note. That's my clue that it's on the rye side of the equation. It doesn't even taste like a high rye bourbon to me. Oh, you already start. Oh,
no, I'm just moving my glasses
I thought you were already starting to rank them.
No, because I noticed that mine were like way up here.
So scroll up on the chat and let's catch up a little bit while we're. Yeah, I got tongue tied saying William LaRue. I mean, who can anybody say William LaRue Weller 5 times fast?
I don't know. You want to try?
Oh, glass 3 is on the nose.
Dan will tell you banana doesn't exist in whiskey. I have yet to smell it.
Click on Julie's. So this is what's wild, okay? When we do our double blind head-to-heads, the whole point of that is just for us to have fun. That's the way we like tasting best. And I think you guys can clearly see during the reveals. But we have a Jack Daniel's single barrel proof that is just an absolute banana bomb. But then it's popped up in several blinds, and sometimes I get the banana, and sometimes it's just not there at all.
I've yet to get the banana.
And it goes to show you how your palate can change on different days. And it's like it'll be there one day, and then it'll do another blind, and it'll pop up. and it's not there. And well, look, Matt says he can, and it's easy, but he's the world's top whiskey taster.
We are not, so it's more difficult for us.
Yeah.
Okay, I think what?
Julie, she can't say it 3 times fast.
She can drink
it 3 times fast.
Hey,
amen to that.
Yeah.
Okay, glass 3.
Wait, I'm behind.
It just hit my palate. So this tastes like classic bourbon, big punch of flavor, oily. This one is more like a rye in glass 2. This is tasting like a high rye bourbon to me. I'm going to be so wrong, guys.
He usually is. He's been right one time.
One time, and it was Will It For You Rye, only because that's such a standout bottle in the house in its uniqueness. I don't even like it all that much. But
bourbon. Aaron has yet to get the banana. That's not a t-shirt. I don't know what it is. I'm right there, buddy. As soon as I said it, I heard it.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to keep it.
Yeah. I mean, our videos they're already long enough, guys, but if we included all the That's What She Says that she has.
Oh my gosh.
Like, they'd be so long. And people would get tired. Like, they're like, okay, that was funny the first 15
Aaron,
times.
You're not 15 anymore. Get it together. All right. I haven't even tasted this. This tastes good. It kind of tastes nail polishy.
I should say, hang on.
Though.
Glass 2 for me was a thumbs up as well. I'm going to have to go back and forth on this.
Oh, yeah.
Glass 1 was a thumbs up.
Same.
Glass 2 is a thumbs up.
Same.
Glass 3 is hitting me kind of in between them. I think I prefer glass 1 the most right now. I wouldn't be surprised if you prefer, but I'm not going to say anything.
I think for me, so far, glass 3 is just okay. It kind of has like an acetone smell and taste to me, just like a little bit.
Yeah. So far, glass 3 is my least favorite of, like, this tastes like bourbon. This tastes like rye to me. This tastes kind of in between, but I like it the least. There's that thing again.
Dude, just let it be.
I can't help it.
Let it be what it's going to be.
It was in our filming too. It's like, it's been hanging out with me all day. So you guys, this thing in my vision has been a part of me for many hours today, and I'm over it.
Yeah.
Will Henderson, what's up, man?
What's up, Will?
Hendo.
Aaron, nail polish on asphalt with dried grass.
That's an Aaron tasting.
Those are
note
my
if I've
normal
ever
tasting notes.
heard
I can't
one.
get regular things like banana, but I can get nail polish and asphalt and grass. Tim said make bourbon banana bread, and you'll notice the banana note a lot more in everything. That sounds amazing.
We just did we just filmed a episode. We were calling them video podcasts, but it got confusing
because people are like, "Oh, you have a podcast?"
We're like, no. It's just more of like a podcast format, so that because we're more conversational, and we don't have a clue what we're talking about with whiskey. So if you're gonna have a whiskey channel, but you have no clue what you're talking about, probably better to like infuse some conversation into the mix. So we don't know about whiskey, but we have opinions. So we thought, okay, we'll do the podcast format because we really like that in other avenues. And we didn't see that anywhere necessarily other than like live streams. And we really love seeing those. I catch up on a lot of them at work when I have time, but so I don't often have an hour and a half to 2 or 3 or 4 hours to watch. So if we could condense that down into like a video podcast, but then the confusion. So now we're just calling them episodes. Anyways, I'm on a tangent. We just filmed one before this, and we were talking in the other stuff section about a bourbon apple crisp, a smoked bourbon apple crisp. So if you'll see it on the episode, but if you're in the live chat after the fact or in a separate window or whatever, it's actually better than us. So you could cancel out of this and just go look at that. Don't leave us. Just kidding. But just search Traeger bourbon, like smoked bourbon apple crisp. Take that with some homemade ice cream. And if you don't have a smoker to put it on,
cook it in the stove.
Just do it in the oven. And, just if you have a cast iron skillet is the most important thing. But man alive. And like, I've got a bottle of Old Bardstown Estate 101 proof that I don't like very much. And you don't like it either.
I don't.
All that much. So we use that for recipes. Man, that thing is so good with some homemade, like some homemade Bluebell vanilla ice cream. Woo, boy, check that out.
What is number 4? Have you tried it
Oh,
yet?
wow. It smells. Okay, hang on. Let me
Try
focus
it.
on number 4.
I want to hear what you say about the taste.
Okay, on the nose, it's really bright, like really bright. By far the brightest of these 4 so far. But it has kind of like a bright fruitiness and then some funky, like some funkiness too. I almost get your dirty socks or what do you say?
Feet.
Stinky feet.
Yeah. Hold on. I saw a comment here. Where'd it go? This chat keeps popping. Matt, I actually get Tootsie Roll tasting note on certain bourbons. I've not gotten that. Is that maybe just a chocolatey?
But that type of like not expensive,
fake,
like the kind of
cheap fake chocolate. Yeah. Huh.
Oh, glass 4 is very interesting.
Oh, the smell opened up. The nose opened up for me. It smells more sweet now. At first, it didn't smell sweet. It smelled more like earthy.
So if you're tuning in, we don't know what we're drinking here. It's a blind flight. If you're just tuning in, please, after this is over with, go back and watch the rewatch at the beginning. And that has all the charity information for the giveaway, how you can win some Pappy 15, 20, and 23 year, courtesy of people here in this chat. We talk about it all, how to enter. All that's going down on the October live stream, but we'll get around to that. But I'm going to probably plug that about every 30 minutes or so.
That's fine.
Just so people who are tuning in now know to go back.
All right, so I'm giving this initially a thumbs up.
Wait, hold on.
I think I'm going to have to taste 4 and 1 again.
I'm getting a wild note on glass 4. What is that?
I don't know. It's interesting though.
Give me a minute, guys.
This one also makes my lips tingle. What is that? Why does it do that?
I mean, proof?
Anybody
alcohol?
Know? Oh, okay.
This smells like something that is not even anywhere near the sphere of whiskey. There's something in here. I'll do a Matt Porter
You're like
here.
Closing your eyes?
No, Matt will take a drink and he'll like close his eyes, which hurts me because I like looking into his beautiful eyes. But I get it. He's the world's top whiskey taster. He's got a job to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like, I'm getting some kind of like weird, wacky note on this that's like...
I think it's like the wood flavor I'm getting.
It's almost like a Worcestershire sauce or like a steak sauce.
What?
Yeah, no joke. It's not super heavy. It's there in the background. Julie asked if it's effervescent.
Maybe.
That's her favorite word.
It's a great word.
I think that's one of her favorite words, other than some of the words she calls Dan. Those might be her more favorite words. Okay. Yeah. There's on the nose, there's like...
This one is interesting.
It's wild. Like when I say like Worcestershire or like a steak sauce, I'm not saying it's super bright or super like really heavy in there, but it's there in the background. Okay. And like when you smell that, how it kind of has like a sharp note on the nose. That's what I'm getting on this glass. That is the wildest tasting note nosing note I've ever gotten in a whiskey ever.
Interesting. While you're tasting, I'm going to see what we've missed in the chat.
Okay. It's got more spice on the palate. On the palate, it almost has like a rock candy sweetness to it.
You're like all over the place, dude.
I know. It's steak sauce on the nose, and then on the palate, it's like rock candy. Yeah. It's like a really sugary... I wouldn't be surprised if that's a rye too. It's like a really sugary sweetness.
All right. I think we're okay. Yeah.
Did I like inhale some steak sauce at some point today?
I don't know, dude, but my lips are like straight up tingling. I feel like I have like lip plumper on my lips or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for the ladies in the chat, Erin has these little rollers that she runs across her lips, and then she puts like cayenne pepper or something on it.
Yeah, to naturally give you bigger lips without getting injected.
So, Show Enough says a Scott Kading. Banana Bomb
1792
full proof. So 1792 full proof and Jack Daniel's single barrel proof. I think both have really that banana bread kind of note to it. I feel like the 1792 is a little more on the bready side, whereas the Jack Daniels is a little bit more on the banana-y side, heaviness wise. But check this out. I get the barrel pick I'm going on with the local store is a 1792 foolproof pick. So I am so psyched about this because I absolutely love that product. I love Barton stuff. Like it just fits my flavor profile really, really well. Yeah. So Reggie, I'm super excited to go on
Reggie
this
Martin
pick.
just tuned in. Hi, Reggie.
Hey, Reggie. Thanks for joining, man.
Yeah. Barbecue sauce is saucy and sweet.
She's saucy and sweet.
Kind of like me. We were on the same wavelength.
Oh, okay.
Maybe steak sauce was the wild card.
Barry. See, you know, like when you're doing something and then the person that's administering,
like they know the answer, they know, and
so then when they say things to you, it like it can throw you off, like purposefully misleading.
Oh, he probably is. So is that
we'll ask if it's a savory note. Not really. It's more of like the tone and the sharpness, like how if you smell Worcestershire and it like the sharpness, that the way that it hits your nose. And I guess you could say it's savory, but there's enough sweetness in there that's more predominant. That's just kind of in the background, but it's so distinct that I couldn't miss it. Watch it be something that's like, watch it be Buffalo Trace or something.
Oh no.
So Will said Jack Daniels has that red wine note. I don't get red wine on Jack Daniels barrel proof, but to me, it finishes like a finished whiskey. Like there's like a really kind of like drying aspect to Jack Daniels barrel proof, and I don't mind it. I that might be the best value in barrel proof bourbon, even as much as we like rare breed. Like to be able to get 130 proof for $65, umami. Silverlock Whiskey Review said it's umami. There you go.
That's like a flavor.
Yeah.
Right. Umami.
Every time somebody says umami, I think of what is it?
I don't know.
Like we go to Peter's and we get the soybeans.
Edamame?
Edamame. That's what I think of when people say umami. JG says, wait, you can say Worcestershire, but can't say William LaRue Weller. I said it.
You did.
First try, not tongue-tied.
I think he overthinks things, and that's why he can't speak correctly sometimes.
Jake says, from working in a restaurant, chefs were not happy to know customers use steak sauce. Yeah, we don't use steak sauce here.
We don't even have any, do we, in the fridge?
No.
I do use barbecue sauce.
No.
That's even worse.
Not on steak, though.
No, not on steak.
No.
But on other meat.
Are you masochist?
No,
like, what's wrong?
No, not on steak.
Not on steak.
If you use steak sauce on a steak, you need to stick with burgers.
Man, I grew up, and my grandmother, I was raised by my grandmother, and she would just cook everything until it was
like
cooked. I mean, it
rubber.
was done. And the first time I had a medium rare steak, it was a bacon wrapped filet, and it blew my mind.
Do you still have dreams about it?
It was life changing in a way that the best whiskey pour I've ever had cannot compare to. Like, all
right,
it was unreal.
That's a big statement. All right.
So Edward Fulmer asked if you're making a Kentucky Mule, what's your go-to bourbon? His is definitely 101 Wild Turkey. So we'd probably use Wild Turkey as well. I mean, it's hard to go wrong with that.
What's a Kentucky Mule?
It's just a Moscow Mule
with bourbon.
Yeah, when we were at what's that? Ernest Hideaway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Kentucky Mule or a Bourbon Mule.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, we don't make cocktails a lot at home. We usually get those when we're out. When we're at home, we usually just sip and eat, or we might have like wine paired with dinner.
Okay.
And we just did a video on that.
We did.
What we drink when we're not filming.
I drink more wine when we're not filming than whiskey.
Yeah.
That's my go-to is wine.
More for dinner.
It's like, dinner. Like
more for like dinner pairings.
For making dinner, I like to have a glass of wine.
Yeah. And then I'm usually more on the like bourbon train at night to kind of end of the night. We're going to watch a show. I'll have a pour or two.
Which, speaking of shows, we just caught up with almost all of The Walking Dead.
So I tuned out for a long time.
I tuned out for a long time too.
We both had not watched it at all.
In years.
Like we didn't watch any of it together.
Mm-mm.
And then we got together, got married, dated for a while, got married, been together for years.
Yeah.
And then we were like, oh, what's going on with Walking Dead? Because JG kept calling me Rick Grimes. We're like, what's going on with Rick Grimes?
Yeah,
let's go check on Rick. So we caught up with Rick, and the seasons 9 and 10.
Yeah.
I think it's 9 and 10.
Yeah.
I don't think it's 8. But if you tuned out of Walking Dead, go back and visit seasons 9 and 10, or wherever the what are they called? The people who wear the skins, the Whisperers.
The Whisperers.
The Whisperers. Go back and find the Whisperer seasons. I think it's 9 and 10. They're good, man. That's creepy stuff. Like,
yeah. Tim asked if you grew up in Minnesota because his grandma did the same thing. She cooked the hell out of everything because she's definitely afraid of salmonella.
Is that a grandma
I think that's
thing?
just a grandma thing.
Yeah. No, I grew up in Nashville, born and raised.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a long story, man. It's a long story.
When we see you in person one day, we'll tell you.
Much better discussed over some pours. But I was raised by my grandma, but my biological dad is from Minnesota. Long story short, I found out about him when I was 18, and we're going into developed a relationship since then. Yeah. So over the last 20 years, they've been a part of my life. Long story as to why that happened. Yeah, that's we don't need to get into all that.
Tim, you, me, Josh, and Aiden need to hang out next time we're up in Minnesota. So we'll talk. Mm-hmm. And Tim got married, so Tim's new wife too. Yeah, I'd like to meet her.
Okay, glass 5. Oh.
These are all good, and we've talked too long in between. I'm gonna have to taste them all again.
So glass 5 comes in sweet, and then it gets really peppery and swelling. Like you get the proof spice, like the proof hit.
Check out the legs on this girl.
Yeah, is really balanced with the pepper spice, and they kind of coincide and really swell up. Man, that's I think maybe the best finish of all 5.
Yeah,
I'm not sure it's my favorite flavor just yet, but it's definitely the best finish. Yeah. I give all of these a thumbs up. The only one I would be kind of, at least in first impressions, the only one I would be a soft thumbs up on is glass 3. None of them hit me as like a 2 thumbs up, blow my hair back type of pours.
You so Southern.
But
Josh is from the South. Can you
they're
tell?
All, that was good.
I know.
That was a good Southern.
I know. I'm good at it. I just don't sound like it all the time.
Yeah. I don't either. At least from around here. Like by Nashville standards, I don't have a Southern accent. But then whenever we go up to Minnesota to visit family, and they're like, "Oh wow!" I mean, Aiden can speak to it.
I think it's adorable.
Aiden,
I love it.
Do we have Southern accents?
JG asked us to stop in Iowa on our way to Minnesota. Are you in
fly,
Iowa?
Man. It's too long of a drive.
Well, what part of Iowa are you in? I have some family in Iowa.
Okay, yeah.
So let me
Whiskey Nose. Cheers. Thanks for dropping in, man. So Tim, so this is one of the things. Oh, we're going to work our way through this. So, okay, we've gone through and done first impressions. To me, they're all thumbs up. This is a soft thumbs up. This is a firm thumbs up, and this is a firm thumbs up.
Same. All these 1 and 2, 3 and 4. I mean, 1 and 2, 4 and 5 are thumbs up.
Ooh, look at that. I got the Mighty Duck Flying
3 is a just okay. But I want to taste them again.
Yeah. This is my initial ranking. These are my front runners. These are my mid tiers, and this is my last place in our Glens. We finally got Glens.
Yeah, stuff and whiskey.
So, Aiden says, "Yes, you absolutely have an accent."
Yes, you do.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
No, don't try. You're bad when you try.
All right.
I like it. I think it's cool. Okay.
Patrick says, "Funny how everybody's tolerant about how people drink whiskey, but bring up steak sauce on a steak and all bets are off. People lose their minds."
Yeah.
And for good reason.
Suburb of Des Moines. Okay. Is that close to Davenport? I know nothing about Iowa, but I have family in Davenport.
Yeah. We came to drink whiskey and get geography lessons from JG. All right. So interesting bottles that we've got. So this is going to overlap a little bit with what's been going on. Since we only do these once a month, we like to catch you guys up. You know, we're very conversational and personal. Like we like that. So, you know, it's not just about the whiskey.
While you're talking, I'm going to try these again. Yeah. Is that okay? Okay.
So new bottle of interest. We've got 3 to show here. So Angel's Envy Rye. Now, this bottle was given to us as a gift because we were in Minnesota. We met Aiden and we were going to meet Tim.
We almost got to meet Tim.
But we ran out of time.
But he had to go get married.
He had to go get married. Tim, it's so your wedding came at such an inconvenient time.
Rude.
But also I got asked to officiate. We were there for my youngest brother's wedding, and I was asked to officiate that. This is the biological dad and his 3 sons and the relationship that's been developed over the last 20 years.
Which is awesome. I love them.
Yeah, they're amazing people. Love those guys. and they asked me to officiate the wedding. So I had to go get ordained and all that whole business.
Reverend Josh.
But it was awesome. Like, it was such an awesome experience to officiate the wedding. It was an awesome experience to come up there, meet Aiden.
I had never been to Minnesota before, and it is beautiful up there, especially in the summertime. It was gorgeous.
And we really wish we could have met Tim too, but we'll be back up. I mean, since we have family up there,
we'll be back.
We're up there. We're going to be up there once a year at least. So the next time we're up there, we're getting drinks with you guys. But so my dad, he was like, you guys got to, like the first night, he's like, you guys got to try this. You guys got to try this. I'd never tried it before because we have a couple of more expensive ryes like Midwinter's Night's Dram. And I'm not a big rye guy. Erin is, and I'll buy her a nice bottle of rye. She's a big rye guy. I'll buy her a nice bottle, but I'm not like going to spend it on myself. Good night, Reggie. Do we get it? It's like our bedtime. Yeah. But he let us try this and some other stuff, and we really liked it. Little did we know that my youngest brother, this is like their special bottle, like their special occasion bottle through the whole family up there. And so they don't care about all this stuff. They like whiskey, they like bourbon, they like rye, but they don't get into all the like nerdery like I do. They're more on your wavelength. Yeah. It's like, what do I like? Can I get it? That's all I care about. And so we tried this up there. It's great. It's like a spiced cake with like the
it's like
frosting.
A spiced rum cake, and it's
really good.
It's different. It's not your typical whiskey, bourbon, rye, any of that. It's good though.
And we talk about this, but this is such a great, any nice bottle is such a good gift because now every time we have this, we're going to think about them and how they got it for us. And then it's great that this is an available product, even though it's pricey, because once this bottle's done, we're going to go buy another bottle and keep it around because we want to continue to have this bottle. And we want to continue to pull it out. We want to think about my youngest brother and his fiance, now wife, and that trip up to Minnesota, officiating the wedding, attending the wedding. I think we typically we're lame. We don't typically dance or have a ton of fun at weddings.
We partied so hard at that wedding. It was so fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like
my legs
kids were dropping like
killing
flies.
me. Kids were like exhausted, and Josh and I were going.
It was so fun,
which is so out of character.
Yeah, it really was. It really was.
It was a lot of fun.
I think I had so much pressure. I put so much pressure on myself to do a good job of officiating for them because I care about them so much, and I wanted to do a really good job for them.
You were just like releasing all the tension,
and then once it was gone, it was like, boy, all bets were off. Let's have a good time.
Tim said, "Send your brother my way and I can show him some other ryes he'll like."
Okay, so he's in Egan, is that right?
I think so,
or something that sounds like that. It's pretty near whatever near there. So anyways, this is one of the bottles that we got. So great bottle. The second bottle, notable bottle that we got, we also picked up a Russell's Reserve 10 and some other basic
stuff.
Pause real
quick. I'm back on glass one and I'm getting like smoky bacon.
Okay, I'm gonna start from this way and go this way. But we picked up New Riff Barrel Proof Rye. So this is 100 and
no, that's the bourbon.
Okay, I grabbed the wrong bottle.
Hold on.
Anyways, this is the bourbon. It's in the back.
Oh.
Don't worry about it. So the New Riff Barrel Proof Rye that we picked up is 106.9 proof, I think. And I can't believe I grabbed the wrong bottle. But nonetheless, we love this stuff so much. It's done pretty well in some blind tastings.
If you haven't seen them, check them out.
In our double blinds, it went up against
don't spoil
Bellmead. It went up against Bellmead, and then it went up against Rare Breed, which Rare Breed's like our yardstick. And this, we just wanted to see how close it could get. And we were impressed with this stuff. Won't say anymore. We picked up the Barrel Proof Rye. It also impressed. Like maybe New Riff just fits our palates really well.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
But
it's
I like what
one
doing.
Of my new favorites.
So we just filmed one of our episodes that we filmed yesterday was a flight, and it had Michter's 10-year rye. It had Michter's, and that was from Josh Fox. Josh Fox also gave us a Wild Turkey Master's Keep rye, local Nashville guy, Nashville Bourbon Social Club member. So we had the Michter's 10-year rye. We had the Wild Turkey Cornerstone Master's Keep rye. We had from Barry Hawk from this flight. We also had a Michter's Barrel Proof, or whatever they call it, barrel strength toasted rye in there.
Yep.
And then we put the New Riff rye in there.
Yeah, we did.
And we tasted through. And here's what I'm going to tell you guys.
No,
okay?
Don't spoil anything because that video is not going to come out for at least a month.
Yeah, okay.
Don't spoil anything.
The new riff,
it's worth a watch.
It's worth a watch.
Just
it was a lot of
when
fun.
It comes out.
It was a lot of fun. And we're not saying that because we want you guys to watch the channel. Like, watch the channel,
it's
don't
fun.
watch the channel, whatever. It was a fun
If you like seeing shock and awe on both of our faces, that's a good one to watch.
So this is funny talking about, like, I'm like, we live stream once a month. Like, we should do kind of like a state of the channel, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We've been filming a lot of stuff. We've been having a lot of fun. I don't even know what our subscriber count's at. We don't pay attention to that stuff all that much. Like, we see it if we go to stuff. It's like 1.4 something or another. But like, we're not here for that. We're here to have fun together, make videos, and then as much as we can, hang out with you guys and live stream and have a good time.
I'm having a hard time picking
a favorite. Oh boy, your 4 is low.
I know, but I think I might like one best. But I keep tasting 4 because it's so different. Excuse me, I have to cough. I've been sick, so hold on. Sorry,
not that kind of sick.
I hope it wasn't loud.
Not that kind of sick. Negative test. We were worried.
Yeah, I did get tested for the thing that's been going around. I don't have it, but
we were worried. So that was one of our notes as well.
Yeah.
So, the third bottle of interest, bottles of acquisitions of interest.
Mm-hmm.
We do a segment called that. Smoke Wagon Private Barrel. So this is pretty cool. This is beginner's luck, 8 years, 59.65 proof. Smoke Wagon. Please just put the proof on there. This is the ABV. I expect that on Scotch, but not bourbon. But this, I love MGP.
Mm-hmm.
I love high rye bourbon. I think MGP is like, it's not the most complex stuff out there necessarily, but I really like, to me, it's the better option to Buffalo Trace. It's like Buffalo Trace all grown up. So you still get that sweetness from the Buffalo Trace kind of style, but you get more rye spice, more kick, and Smoke Wagon's got the best bottles in the game.
It's so
like,
pretty.
step aside Blanton's. This bottle right here.
It's so pretty with all the like detailing on it.
Yeah.
And I know it's just a bottle, but it's pretty.
Yeah. But this, actually got to try this exact bottle. I haven't opened this yet because I'm going to save it and open it for a special occasion, because these, while this was like $110 at a local store, they're going like $600 on secondary, which is crazy. It tastes every bit of $110 after having tried my buddy's bottle, but it's not a $600 bottle.
An
experienced
whiskey new guy said the sick got him too. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I think, it's weird to get sick without the global pandemic virus in a time of a global pandemic.
Yeah.
So it's really wild, but Erin came down with it, a sinus thing, and it kind of worked its way into her chest. And we thought it was allergies.
I thought it was allergies, bad cold, sinus infection, something like that. And then all of a sudden one day I couldn't smell or taste.
One night, right before bed.
Couldn't smell or taste.
Couldn't smell vapor rub. Couldn't taste tuna fish,
pickles. I came up to get like some popcorn, and I was
scared.
like, some white cheddar popcorn, and I couldn't taste it. I was like, this is weird. Never happened before in my life. So I had made some tuna fish for a sandwich like that day that I'd had for lunch. And I was like, let me smell that. Couldn't smell it. I'd put like Vicks vapor rub like underneath my nose earlier in that day. Stuck that bottle in my nose. Couldn't smell it. It freaked me out. So I went and got tested the next day. Came back negative. I've been fine since. I can smell and taste again, but there's still stuff.
You woke up being able to smell and taste the next morning.
Yeah.
It just dropped out.
It was so weird.
For like 2 hours before bed.
Yeah. But I did spend like a week feeling like death, and that was super fun.
Yeah. So Will Henderson says MGP really shines in Smoke Wagon or a Remus Repeal. Agreed, man. Like, they're great, period, but like MGP is great, period, but I really love that Smoke Wagon style. Maybe it's the Nevada. I mean, maybe you guys can speak to that a little more. Like, I think they age.
Nevada, or is it Nevada?
I say Nevada.
You're fancy.
No. Whiskey Tornado, what's up, Lance?
Hey. And then
Matt C says, sounds like you had a false negative. So she woke up the next morning totally able to taste smell everything. It actually, her smell and taste didn't drop out until she put vapor rub on.
Yeah. And I don't know what that means, but once I put the vapor rub on, I put it like on my like clavicle and then under my nose.
Yeah.
Watch some television.
But you couldn't smell the vapor rub either.
I could when I first put it on.
Yeah, but I didn't get sick. I'm fine.
Yeah. So it's fine. But Whiskey Eyes Leon and Trisha says, just stopping in. We love They just got home from a trip to Louisville. Oh, thank you. We love
Louisville. So our best Louisville story is, so we're kind of the tail end of both of our photography careers, is Erin had a boudoir shoot up there. And so I tagged along. We got an Airbnb. We hit up a couple different places. This
It
was
was
probably
so
like
fun.
2018.
Probably around there.
And what's the name of that restaurant? It started with a V, right?
I don't remember.
Vigaro.
I don't remember. There was some restaurant.
There's a restaurant in Louisville that's like not super, super nice, but like
kind of like a steakhouse nice.
Kind of like a steakhouse nice type of
place.
But
it's not like it's got open windows. It's not like dark steakhouse.
Yeah, it's like a wall of windows, and we're us, so we went to the early bird special. We're there at like 6 o'clock or 5:45, and we sit down to eat, and I order. So I think it was like 2018, and then I order a flight, and it's like Knob Creek, Baker, Booker's, really good. I'm tasting through this stuff, and then we're sitting right beside the glass, and two guys just like are walking, like one guy's walking one direction, the other guy's walking the other direction. I have no clue what happened, but all of a sudden like a fist fight breaks out, and they're like throwing hands,
and they come like barreling towards the window, like where we're sitting.
It was stunning.
I'm like, random.
What happened? Like we still talk about that.
It's so weird.
It was so insane.
But after that, we ended up finding like an Irish pub type deal by
nearby
where our Airbnb was, which was super cool. And I cannot remember the name. It was really fun. So Louisville was fun. We met up with somebody you knew at like a burger joint.
Oh, Scotty Perry. Yeah. Photographer.
Yeah. So Josh and I both used to be photographers, and that was like on the tail end. Like I don't do shoots anymore. Neither does Josh. Really. I mean, we just do it for fun.
So Whiskey Lance says early bird's where it's at. Yeah. So in the movie Deadpool, he says something. There's a scene in there where he's like, "What's wrong with the early bird special? Like you beat the crowds and you get to eat." And I think he says something about saving money. Like, absolutely, man.
I love all of those things.
Look, early bird it and then come home, drink some whiskey, chill out and relax.
Put on a show or a movie.
Hang out with friends.
Go to bed. It's all good. Okay. I got to focus, you guys. So talk amongst yourselves. I think I'm going to have to not pay attention to the
I think
chat
I've got my rankings
so much because I've been distracted by the chat, even though I've been doing a horrible job of keeping up. So I apologize, you guys.
We're awful at YouTube, guys.
I'm going to do better. If
you haven't noticed.
Once I finish my rankings, I'm going to do better with keeping up with the chat, and we can all talk. Okay. So Josh, you talk. I got a taste.
Okay. So what else has been going on? Let's catch up on some stuff. So I made notes. Oh, guys, I'm super psyched about this. So we have envisioned what we want to communicate with our scoring system. We have envisioned what we wanted to communicate with that from the get-go. Mm-hmm. But we have done a really poor job of, I say a really poor job, but we've done a fine job, I guess. But it's not been to our liking. Like
it's not.
The whole point is that our scoring was intuitive and simple, and we spend 5 minutes of video explaining it.
I see you, JG.
Yeah.
You stop it. Stop it right now.
Like it's I'm sorry about also if you didn't catch the beginning, I'm like having eye issues. So if I'm like seem like I'm spazzing out, that's what's going on here. But we've wanted it to be simple and intuitive, and there's an editing thing that we didn't know how to do because we're photographers, former photographers. Editors. We're not video people at all. So we're like learning this as we go. And
this is so difficult for me, you guys. This is all good.
It's to figure out how to pull off what we wanted to pull off was not possible, even with the help of friends who are professional videographers. Thank goodness for them.
Yeah.
For Justin Wiley, if he's watching this, for helping us learn how to edit videos. Like I had never done a piece of video in my life before, ever. I don't even take videos on my iPhone. Like I'm a photographer. I take snapshots.
You don't even take pictures on your iPhone because you don't like the iPhone photos.
So like this was all new to us when we started this channel, and we got some help, but there was a way that I needed to convey. I do the editing. And there's a way I needed to convey the way we do our scoring system, and I didn't know how to do it. And so it really took some work and some research to find a nice workaround to be able to put the on-screen graphics that you guys have seen the last few weeks with the actual emojis like the thumbs up and the thumbs down and the just okay. So now that I figured that out, that's been incorporated into the last few videos, but we're overlaying that and chopping those up with the way that we used to film when we had to explain more things. So on the new way, now that we've figured out how to do that, we've started filming with those in mind, and it's gonna be so much more straight line. Like when we were talking about glass 1, first impressions, we just do our first impressions. And we talk about glass 2, we do first impressions. And then when we talk about the nose, we talk about the nose and then what we got on it, whether it's thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever. And then we each go on that. You know, we just work our way through linearly.
Yeah.
Linearly. And then at the end, when we are going to score it, that's when we're like, you just add up the thumbs. Like everything you've seen on screen, just add that up.
Yeah. And that's what we were doing.
So simple.
But we were saying thumbs and points. And I think people were
so confusing,
getting confused. And we knew what we meant, but it wasn't translating. So we're excited that hopefully this will simplify. It's always been this simple, but we hope it will come across that simple, because that's what the whole point is. It's supposed to be easy and intuitive. I'm ready to go. And I'm breaking the rules, and I don't even care.
Okay. So let's talk about your sister's visit while I get my lineup.
So my sister came to visit. I have 7 sisters, in case you didn't know.
And a brother. She's one of 9. She's the oldest.
However, one of my sisters came to visit.
Can I say the joke?
What?
So you were the only child for 7 years.
I was.
And then your parents went away to a
marriage retreat.
And then they came back and they had 8 children.
8 more children. So whatever. Take with that what you will. But one of my sisters came to visit. Now that they are old, they're all older. So my youngest sibling is just turned 19 on September 10th. I am 39. So there's a huge age difference between all of us. But my middle sister, who I think she's 20.
Smack dab in the middle.
6. She's in her 20s.
I don't know. Her whole family.
They all seem older.
They're all so mature.
Yeah.
And like they're ageless almost.
Yeah, they all seem older than they are. So she came to visit. We had a great time with her. Like Josh and I don't go out on the town a whole much anymore, especially with the recent developments in the world. We took her and showed her around Nashville a little bit. She'd been here before.
At a typical Nashville dinner where you get a portion the size of a pretzel, and you
pay a lot of money for it.
$130 for dinner.
And we're like, we could have made this cheaper at home.
But then we went to a speakeasy, Attaboy, if you ever visit Nashville.
It's in the East Nashville area.
Right. So Patterson House in Nashville is still the OG speakeasy.
Hold up. Patrick. You got 10 boys and 1 girl in your family? Where do you fall in that? Or are you the parent? Are you one of the kids? Let me know. I'm interested.
Aiden says he would have guessed you're 30 for both of us.
Oh.
So she's a lot older than me.
Thank you, Aiden.
I'm younger than she is, but she looks younger than me.
Thank you, Aiden. It's called I Don't Get Out in the Sun. It saves my skin.
Scott says your mom was pregnant for 6 3/4 of a year.
Yes, she was.
Man.
We've added that up. So my brother, who is now, he has graduated college, but he was born my senior year of high school. Or no, he was a baby my senior year of high school. And I think my friends that year added up how long my mom had been pregnant. And at that point, it was like 5 years. And then she got pregnant and had 2 more children after that. So 6 3/4 years. She was pregnant a long time. My mom is a beast. She's awesome.
She's a little bitty thing too.
She's very petite.
Wow.
Okay. Oh, Patrick is second to last.
Will said there's a red phone booth in Nashville. Yep, there is a red phone booth here.
We have not been to red phone booth because
we have the code.
We're not cool enough.
No, we're not dealing with that.
Although
Patterson House, Old Glory. We went on our second date at Old Glory. Those are 2 of our favorite speakeasies. We went to Attaboy, and this was a unique experience. So we go there, we get seated. It's us and your sister, and they're like, what do you like? We don't have a menu. What do you like?
They don't have a menu, which is so bizarre.
So we communicated to them like, okay, we typically like at home, we like whiskey. And if we go out, we don't typically order whiskey cocktails, but we do like good whiskey cocktails if you can make them. Asterisk, I typically order gin-based cocktails if we go out because I'd rather just drink whiskey at home unless I'm at somewhere I know I can get like a really good old-fashioned or a Boulevardier. That Boulevardiers are my jam. But so we tell them what we want, and we get like, we do our thing. Like, we're not giving specific tasting notes, but we're like, I'm telling them I like dark, heavy flavors. your sister's saying she likes bright flavors. You're like, I'm somewhere in between.
I'm kind of in the middle.
And she's like, okay, cool. And she walks away, and we're like, is she going to like come back and talk to the bartender and like ask us what we want? No, she just shows up with 3 cocktails and she's like, here.
Dude, Tim, his wife just turned 21. She was a 2000 baby. I graduated high school in 2000. I was a class of 2000, and your wife was born. Although she's like the same age as my brother, or probably just a little bit younger than my brother.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. It's so crazy. But I think once you hit a certain age, as long as your maturity level isn't that young, you can kind of hang out with anyone of any age. Because my siblings are in their 20s, and they're awesome to hang out with. I would hang out with any one of them. Even the youngest one who just turned 19. Like she's still a teenager, but she's still awesome and fun. And I would hang out with her. We'd hang out with her. Yep. We can't take her anywhere downtown, but we can hang out with her and it'd be awesome. So that's so crazy, Tim. Okay, let's see.
All right, I got my ranking too, by the way.
JG. Tim just turned 24. Tim, you a baby.
Young bucks.
It's okay. Ain't no shame.
Barry says he graduated in 93. All right, I got my rankings.
Graduated in 88.
I'm getting our palate cleansers some pretzels here.
Class in 95. The 90s are awesome, by the way. I have to say that.
So number 1 is our first. That's my first glass.
Yep.
3 is our last.
3 is our last.
For these, to me,
my second place is 2, 4, and 5.
T2. And there.
So I can't pick.
These were very close for me. This was easy to put last, although I still enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
This was easy to put first, but I still enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
So, interesting. We got a very similar lineup.
Yeah. Between these 3, I couldn't, like, they're a little different, all good. None of them, even the one I put in last place, was not bad.
Are you still in the just okay range with it?
Let me try it again.
So there's no emoji for this, like, just okay. So we just had to do the sideways thumb.
Hold on.
Man, pretzels are a bad idea on a live stream.
I know.
They get stuck in my teeth.
And they're probably loud on the mic. I'm sorry, guys.
The other option is tortilla chips, but we can't have tortilla chips in the house. Aaron forbids them.
Because I inhale them.
Yeah.
I forbid them because it's a problem for me.
Bag.
I've asked him nicely not to buy them anymore because I will eat them every second of every day. See?
This is like glass 3 is like a super appley sweetness now.
With some pretzels, it's changed flavors completely. So this is still my last place, but it's still good. Whatever it is. Yeah. If I tasted it by itself, I probably wouldn't hate it.
There's some smokiness on there after the pretzels.
Barry said we did the flight wrong. We have to do it again. It did not
go the way you thought it would.
Interesting.
Tim, I don't know. Beer nuts.
What are beer nuts? Are those things you have in bar? Oh wait. Whoa, did the thing just Okay, so after we find out what these are, Barry, I want you to tell us how you thought it would go.
Yeah. Man, pretzels were a terrible idea. This is like when Ron Burgundy's in the phone booth and he's like, milk was a bad choice.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretzels right now. We will refine our live stream process here.
No, we won't. Josh says that. We won't.
All right.
These are all good, man.
All right. Okay. What do I say all the time?
So, okay. So, all right. No, all right. So, that's what you say. All right. So, all right. So.
Key for the blind flight. Do not open until after the flight.
Okay.
This was a fun flight.
It was a fun flight. I'm in a glass case of emotion.
All right. What other things do we have to talk about? I started waking up at 4:30 a.m. this week because I'm insane.
Crazy.
Yeah. So that's how old we are.
You will look a little sleepy tonight.
Yeah. It's been an adjustment. It just happened a few days ago. It's been tough. I'm not going to lie. Mm-hmm. I work, and that's the only time I can wake up and actually get a workout in and take care of myself.
Yeah.
And for my own mental health, I need to get up.
This changed completely after tasting pretzels.
Yeah.
I mean,
can I have a little bit of yours?
Duh, but yeah.
I'm low on mine. Oh man, that's by far the best nose to me.
Sure enough, you ain't waking up at 4:30, bros.
No,
Tomorrow,
I'm not working out tomorrow. No,
he's
you're right.
not.
You're right, Scott. All right.
Oh wait, I picked the wrong one. This chat, as soon as I hit something, it like changes.
Yeah, they know. They watch enough channels.
I'm sorry, you guys. Okay.
So that's been fun. I'm going on the 1792 foolproof pick. We started reading this week.
I started reading before this week.
Dude, guys, reading is wild. Have you ever read a book before? It's so crazy. You talk to normal people and like, what are the kids saying these days? Like, man, glass one slaps.
That slaps.
Like whatever the kids say. But like, I was listening to an audiobook. And which, by the way, Overdrive or Libby, the apps,
it's attached to the library.
If you have a library card, which makes me sound so old, but if you
have
a library
libraries,
card, if you have a library card, you can have the Overdrive or the Libby app, and you can download audiobooks or what do they call
Kindle,
those types of things, but like on a device,
ebooks.
That's what they're called. You can do that for free. So I'm revisiting a series of books that I read 20 to 15 years ago, the Stephen King Dark Tower series, which is awesome.
When Tim was like 4 or 6.
Words, many words. But I revisited the first book, The Gunslinger, fantastic series. If you if you like Tarantino movies and you also like books, check out the Dark Tower series.
I see that.
But I started start most sentences I was listening to, but dude, yes. So I'm listening to this book and like kids are like, that slaps. And this Stephen King's dropping like transmogrification. That word, I haven't heard that word in so long.
I've never heard that word. Before you told me about it today.
Even listening to it made me feel smart.
You are smart.
Like there's no way to use it in vocabulary, but even just hearing it, I felt somehow better about myself. Okay.
Let's find out what we're drinking, and then we can.
So this is the way we do it. If you guys have seen our head-to-heads, Aaron reads the results, and I react typically because I know more of the hype around them. So let's start with glass 3.
Well, hold on. There's a note.
Okay.
All of these are Colorado store picks except the wild card.
Okay.
Wild card is not a store pick, but a release to Colorado State. All right.
Wait, hold on. What was the last thing you just said? I got distracted because Kira Collins is in the chat. Shelf Turds, thanks for dropping in. You guys are awesome. Like one of the most original channels on Whiskey Tube. And just love how you guys are just so unapologetically yourselves and you have a good time. Like, man, you guys are an inspiration to us.
All right.
So, yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, the wild card is not a store pick. Everything else is a store pick, but the wild card is not.
Oh, man, I love a good store
pick.
But
it's a release to Colorado State.
Okay.
So these are things we probably could never, ever get.
Okay.
All right. What are we finding out? Glass number 3?
Glass 3.
Oh, glass 3 was the wild card.
Ah.
Sam Houston, 14-year, batch 3, Colorado release, 98 proof. And I will say.
Say things.
No, I will say that is the lowest proof in this whole flight.
Is it 98?
It is 98 proof. Huh?
Chat.
Okay. Josh is getting something from.
I'm getting Sam Houston 14 Tennessee batch 2.
Yeah. Okay.
It's in my special cabinet because we like it so much.
It's in his special cabinet, which we just filmed an episode about how to display whiskey in your home. And Josh talks about how we display whiskey, which is partly involves a special cabinet. So check that out. Okay. What are we doing here? Are we tasting this one?
Sam Houston 14 Tennessee batch 2. TN-2.
Okay, so they do, just so they do stuff like for just each
I want to compare it to the Colorado.
Well, neither of us have much of this left.
Matt is so ashamed of me right now, Matt Porter.
Why?
Because he's the land's prettiest long pour, the LPLP.
Oh.
And I just had to gently touch the tip of the bottle to the edge of the glass so that I could pour it and not spill any. So are you laughing at?
Nothing.
Okay. So Colorado Sam Houston,
Okay, Colorado,
and Tennessee Sam Houston is in the Bardstown glass. So.
Okay. Oh wait.
I said glass 3 had a smokiness to it.
I'm gonna mix. I'm gonna match you. Colorado, Tennessee.
Okay. So left hand is Colorado.
Colorado.
I get a smokiness to it.
Mm-hmm.
I did not detect this was Barton. Now that I know it's Barton, I feel like I can get the banana.
I see you, Will.
Hey, what's Will talking about there?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
I'll talk to you about it later.
Okay.
Ooh.
This Tennessee batch 2 is this is like dark and smoky, and this is bright and fruity.
They're not even close to the same.
So we talk about this in a video, but anytime anybody comes over and they're like, oh, I like this or I like that or whatever, and if they say anything related to 1792 or any Barton or anything like that, and they've never tried Sam Houston, I pull out the 14-year Sam Houston Tennessee batch 2. Because it's bright and fruity, kind of minty.
We do need to stay on topic. So once you're done with that, I'm gonna.
The people want. These are wildly different pours.
They're
That's so banana-y, and the Colorado Sam Houston is so much more smoky and deep.
I like the Colorado better than the Tennessee.
All right, very interesting. So you had a tie for these, so let's go with my order.
Okay.
So glass 4 was my 4th place.
Axe and.
The Oak.
Yep. Colorado Distillery.
Okay.
7-year cask strength, 107 proof.
Okay, so we just tried their port finish. That was the movie theater in a glass. It was the butter. It was a port finish.
Was
Axe
it
in the Oak.
buttered popcorn?
It was the buttered popcorn with the chocolate behind it.
Okay.
So Will Henderson says TNO1 was super spicy. All right, TNO2 is not spicy at all. So
no.
Our friend who's a bourbon broker, which we're going to have him on the channel for a live stream because there's no way we can put all of his experience into a episode. It would just be too long.
Yeah.
So we're going to have him on. So he's a bourbon broker. He works with distributors. He's a spirits manager at a store, had a partial ownership in a store. So all this stuff, we're going to have him on the channel at some point, guys, for a live stream. It's going to be a ton of fun. You can ask all your crazy behind the scenes, whatever you want to know about the inside of the industry. And he's out of the industry now as of like a week ago. So I don't think he's going to mind doing a little tell-all. So that's going to be a lot of fun to have him on. That's going to be a lot of fun. That sounded like total.
You're so southern.
All right. Wow.
I love
okay.
you.
Glass 4's Axe in the Oak, cask strength.
Yep.
Okay. Very interesting. 7-year. Maybe if Barry's in here watching.
He's probably gone because he's mad.
Sorry, I got distracted. I'm physically unable to be disappointed in you, Josh. Now long pour whiskey all over your beautiful. Please.
Absolutely.
Oh boy, I almost let a joke go. We'll talk about it later, Matt.
So I might talk glass 2.
Glass 2 is next, and I'm getting just straight up brown sugar on this right now. But it smells like a rye. If this is not a rye, well, I was going to stake something on it, but I don't really have anything to stake on it.
I'm going to say you could feel pretty confident.
It's a rye.
You actually were correct. It is a rye. It's a Whistle Pig single barrel rye, 10-year, 111.5 proof.
Oh, wow.
You were actually right. High five. Good job.
I'm not dumb, guys. Well, maybe a little bit.
No, you're not dumb.
They've been watching the stream. They know I am.
He's not dumb. They know you're not dumb. Okay. Next.
All right.
Glass 5.
Glass 5.
George Remus, 122.8 proof. I've never heard of this, so I don't know.
What?
Is this what is this? Oh, don't look at
no,
the next
I didn't see one. I'm real specific. Like, I want to be surprised.
Okay.
You don't like surprises, and you like to ruin your own surprises. You
don't
like to look at your Amazon wish list.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
All right. I'll let the cat out of the bag on that one. I'll pay for that later.
He put the rye in for me, and I couldn't pick. It was one of my second places, but I had a 3-way tie.
Okay. George Remus. Barry, hit us with more details on this Remus. Because I know about Remus Repeal, and I know about the straight up Remus, like $37.
JG says that Rick Grimes is the smartest one on The Walking Dead.
So Will says Remus is MGP. I know that. and I know the regular, but this is 122 proof.
122.8, yeah.
I don't know of any Remus that's that high a proof.
It doesn't hit me like that high a proof.
No.
Like,
not at all.
That's kind of dangerous.
It is dangerous.
Erin already knows what she's getting for Christmas.
So this is what I was saying, guys, about like how I think MGP is like the grown-up Buffalo Trace. Like you get that fruity sweetness, but then you also get the spice with it. And if we go back to the first impressions, the way it swells up, I really, really like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was almost enough to be first place for me, but I just preferred the flavors in glass one more. But this Remus is good. It's a basic Remus. The store pick's 100. Oh, so it's a single barrel store pick, I'm assuming. 122. So it's essentially a single barrel.
They're
MGP.
all store picks.
Yeah.
Remember, he said except for the wild card. Which can I please tell you?
I'm assuming it's a single barrel.
Can I please tell you what our first place was?
Yes, first place, glass one for both of us. For me, it was because I preferred the experience on glass 5 in the Remus pick, but I like the flavor the best in glass 1.
Maker's Mark Private Select.
All right, the channel, we're done. Shut the channel down. Cut it off.
We're done. Good night. Peace out.
Gummit, man. What in the world?
I knew you were going to have that reaction. 109.7 proof. But it is a store pick. Apparently, and for our palate, a really good store pick.
So look, anybody who's like Kathy, Scott, Kading, anybody that's in here that's part of Nashville Bourbon Social Club, they know how much I poke people on like Maker's Mark greater than Weller.
Yep.
I really like so much so that people think that Maker's Mark is my favorite bourbon. I don't even like weeded whiskeys are at the bottom for me. Well, ryes are at the bottom.
They're kind of coming up.
Inexpensive ryes are at the bottom.
They're kind of
and
coming
then
up.
Weeded whiskeys, and then bougie ryes, and then bourbons, and then high rye bourbons.
Uh-huh.
That's how I go. But I really like these Maker's picks. Barry, if you have this bottle handy, do you know what the stave profile lineup is for this?
Yes.
I'm really curious because, hang on a second.
He apologizes. Sorry, Josh. No, it's all good. It's all good, Barry.
We've got like 5 or 6 bottles now. So Makers has a note that Matt Porter loves. He absolutely loves Makers.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Matt Porter loves him some Maker's Mark.
Are these sour apple Laffy Taffies that I'm trying to open real sneakily.
Yeah, under the counter.
Under the table here.
Okay, now all I can smell is that Laffy Taffy. I'm getting notes of sour apple Laffy Taffy. It is really, prior to her opening that, it was really fruity sweet. Mm-hmm. The Maker's picks that I really like from local stores or local Bourbon Social Club, National Bourbon Social Club, mm-hmm. they tend to have like a more lingering finish, they ramp up and up and up. This hits more with the fruity sweetness and then tapers off. So that kind of makes sense that it's a weeded whiskey and it's a little softer on the palate. This was great.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great pick. Mm-hmm. Man, I'm not even, okay, so 4 seared French cuvee. Cuvee?
What does that mean?
Cuvee? There's 10 staves total in each thing. So, excuse me.
Yeah, Will. I know that song. Will. I got you, boo.
She is shaking that Laffy Taffy. So Tim says Tabasco and apple note. I've never
Tobacco. Not Tabasco.
Oh, Tabasco. Tobacco. Didn't I just say we started reading this week?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Makers and Remus.
There's also
Makers picks and MGP went out for the night. I'm personally not surprised. How did you think it was going to go, Barry? Inexperienced whiskey new guy.
Let us know.
How did you think it was going to go?
There's some football talk going on here.
This is a really fun. Oh man, I don't want to talk about football.
We don't need to talk about football. I just so you guys know, I don't do football except Ohio State football. I'm just letting you know.
John White says he hasn't seen Remus Repeal in Nashville. Private slates are great. We did not try the Mr. Whiskers pick, but I will say Remus Repeal is in Nashville, or it was in Nashville, and it hit out like towards Murfreesboro and Laverne type of area. It didn't make its way to any other stores in the area that I knew of.
Oh, W. Wilson. We can't be friends, man.
So, okay, I'm going to come back to W. Wilson's, but Barry says it's 4 French Cuvée staves, 5 Makers 46, and then 1. Okay, so that's awesome, man. So we love 46 cask strength, and it seems like for whatever reason, when stores do these picks, they steer completely away from the 46 staves. Why? I don't know, because there's a 46, there's a Maker's 46, and there's a Maker's 46 cask strength.
Okay.
And I think that they just don't want the staves. Matt C, my
Matt,
man.
you're in Josh's wheelhouse.
So my mom's family is from Northern Alabama, so I've been a Tide fan since diapers. Like I was eating corn dogs with like a Superman sippy cup and a tray table, watching games in diapers with my grandfather.
I'm showing this because I'm controlling the chats, and I'm going to say yes. OH.
No,
IO. The Ohio State University. So, which I actually did attend, therefore I have a right to like.
So Eric says that Remus Repeal Reserve in Laverne and Knoxville. So yeah.
Okay.
And so Wigmaster says Eddie George, who's an Ohio State alumni, and then went to the Titans, and then we're Nashville.
We're Nashville,
so we're a Titans
and we
team,
used to live in downtown Nashville. Directly across the river from the Titans Stadium.
You think living downtown is awesome, and like we could look out of our atrium window and see the Titans Stadium, and we would walk to games.
Mm-hmm. It was fun.
But if you weren't at the games, it was kind of bad because you would hear the fireworks go off
whenever they got a touchdown.
And when you're watching live TV, there's actually a delay.
Yeah.
Thanks Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson for for ruining our lives. But so there was a delay. And we hear the firework. Okay, Titans scored. And then
like 3 minutes later, the Titans scored a touchdown.
It was like 15 seconds, but there was
it was
like 2 plays, so it was about a minute.
Yeah, okay,
about a minute.
Yeah. Were y'all there when it flooded? I lived in Murfreesboro then. When Nashville flooded
back in
2010.
Yeah,
because so the answer to that question is yes. And the house I was living in got flooded. My car got flooded and totaled.
And you were in Bellevue, right?
I lived in Franklin, technically, but it was almost
more on the Bellevue side, yeah. Off Sneed.
Yep.
Sneed Road.
And yes, the answer is yes.
Yeah. I lived in Cane Ridge, which is LA, Lower Antioch, and we were right by Mill Creek, which also flooded. That was where like Lighthouse Christian School floated down the interstate. That was like the iconic scene from that area of town. But it came all the way up and covered a probably 12-foot gazebo to where you could only see the peak sticking out in the play area of the green space area. That's what it's called, of our neighborhood. And it was wild, man.
Yeah.
Like no house damage for me, but you got wrecked.
I was previously married to someone else, and our house.
Oh, we're going there. Okay.
We are. Josh and I were both married.
We were both young and dumb.
The end. The house we were renting was owned by someone we knew. We lived in California. We moved to Nashville, and it was a split level, but it had like a walkout basement. The entire bottom floor got flooded where our garage was. My ex-husband's a music producer. All of his stuff got flooded. It was insane in the membrane. And
just drop a Cypress Hill reference.
I'm not gonna.
Okay, go ahead.
It was insane. We got through it and it was fine. And then I had a little bit of PTSD recently. Nashville had a lot of water, and the house that Josh and I live in right now currently is a split level, and the downstairs had some sort of water intrusion. It wasn't flooding per se, but we basically had to rip up all of our flooring and put it all in. And there was a little bit of like flashback to that but it's fine. It's all good.
So we'll ask if we ever go to Arrington Vineyards. We've never actually. We have. We've went once.
Yes.
I used to go to Arrington a lot, and I kind of, for whatever reason or another, just kind of stopped going. But man, we should go.
Yes. The answer is we do go to Arrington Vineyards. It's awesome.
Yeah.
We haven't been in a hot minute though.
Your tongue is green from the Laffy Taffy. So Arrington Vineyards is like.
It is.
It's bright green. So Arrington is so distracting.
I'm sorry.
If your beauty wasn't distracting enough, the green tongue isn't helping.
I'm sorry.
So Arrington Vineyards is like go at 3 or 4 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon and just chill out when the weather's nice. I do a lot of bike riding for fitness purposes because I used to be like 70 pounds heavier, and
yes,
that Corona 15.
Yeah.
But like I used to ride bikes around there. We used to go down there a lot. Otherwise, we've gone down there once together, but we do need to go back and just chill out. But typically, it's like a 4:00 Saturday thing, and we're usually filming whiskey tube stuff.
Pretty much most weekends we're filming, so we don't have time. But they opened when we went, they had opened this new section of Arrington. It was like a barn, and it was less.
Oh, they had a bluegrass band.
It was a blugrass band playing
that was
there,
so good.
and it was just so chill and fun. And we did like a little wine tasting, listen to the bluegrass.
Thank you, Will.
It was
Thank
really good.
you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take her on a date to Arrington Vineyards.
Aw, that'd be so fun.
And we're gonna think about Will Henderson the whole time.
Okay, we can do that.
Look at that beard. I mean, you like it. Oh, wowza. You like a man with a beard. Sorry for headphones users. I'm so sorry about that. I got a little distracted with the fact that I wanted to. Erin likes a man with a beard. And she actually fell in love with me before I had a beard, so I know it's real. Mm-hmm. And then I grew it, and then she loved me even more.
And then I'm like, you can never shave that off. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see. Okay.
Did we hit all our things? We didn't. So catching up on things. We don't know what the state of the channel is because we don't check on our numbers and metrics and all that stuff. We covered everything else. The MBSC event, National Bourbon Social Club.
Josh and I did some social events.
We went out to a local bourbon social event, and this is kind of the ethos of our channel. I just realized, like, I clinked the glass that is our engraved Glen, and that would have been tragic if it got hurt. So we've started saying this on some of our recent videos and our filmings, but like I would rather share a mediocre whiskey with an amazing person than I would share an amazing whiskey with a mediocre person.
Yeah.
Like this to us is more about the socialization and the conversation around what you're having. And we don't, as much as we like doing tasting notes and stuff like that for fun, because we're not very good at it. We're no what but like for us it really is about the community, and we just can't thank you guys enough for tuning in. We can't thank you guys enough for being a part of the charity fundraiser that we're doing.
We're so excited for that.
I'm personally balking a little bit because it's so uncomfortable to reach out and like ask people to get involved. But it's for a cause that's good enough. And if you're catching this on the rewatch, or if you weren't here for the beginning, catch the rewatch. We load the front end with all the charity fundraiser information, the bottle giveaway information. I said I was going to plug it every 30 minutes.
Yep.
I missed the 9 o'clock mark. We're at 9:30 now. But yeah, so.
Tim asked, he said his stepmom lived in Springfield, Ohio. Were you anywhere near there? So I lived in Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah. So, I'm Nashville through and through, except for my mom's family being in northern Alabama, and then I went to school in western Kentucky in Bowling Green, which was like my exposure to bourbon.
Yeah,
and
I only lived there. So I moved. My parents moved to Columbus when I was 16. I finished out high school in Columbus. Went to Ohio State they're on quarters there. Or wait, is it quarters? Yeah, not semesters. So I was there for a year and a quarter. And then I transferred to a school in Virginia, and I moved away and haven't been back. So, but I was in the Columbus area, kind of the suburbs of Columbus. So Blacklick, Ohio, if that means anything.
Blacklick, Ohio.
Yeah, if that means anything to you. I went to school in Worthington, Ohio in high school, and then went to Ohio State. So there's that. Let's see.
Let's catch up.
All right. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm really falling down on the chat.
This is really the chat's hard to keep up with.
Okay.
Debbie Wilson says he was in Smyrna over the weekend, found Bardstown Fusion 1 and 2 on a shelf. Wow. 1 and 2. Those are old. Wow. I really want to get Fusion 5, and I'm checking stores when I go to see if they have Fusion 5.
So Will said he went for their anniversary a couple of years ago, and it was awesome. I'm thinking he means Arrington Vineyards.
Yeah. It's a great hang. And also, like, Brooks and Dunn, that connection, Kix Brooks is like partial owner at Arrington.
Yeah.
I mean, that's some classic.
Yeah.
Some classic.
JG, time to come to Nashville. Heck yeah.
Come on, brother. If you're in town, let us know.
If you ever come to Nashville, you need to let us know for sure.
Fair warning, my schedule is an absolute monster to work around.
Yeah.
It's a beast.
But if you can give us warning, like
as much notice
we
as
need notice
possible.
And we can plan it out and we can make it work.
Yeah, we would love to grab drinks if people are ever in town.
Tim said his wife is the same way. Oh, I can't remember what you're talking about.
Yeah, there's no telling. I talk about so much stupid stuff.
Aiden, hey guys,
Aiden's shooting his shot.
Aiden's single.
Hey, cheers.
We've met Aiden.
Cheers,
if
brother.
you are a lady and you want to meet someone who's single, hit Aiden up. He's nice. I like him. He's a good apple. Okay.
A good apple.
A good apple, Laffy Taffy. Am I right? I don't know. Hey, Aaron, I can disappoint one of those sisters at that school. Well, so wait, how are you in the mid-20s, Aiden? Because I have a sister who's in the mid-20s. The rest of them are early 20s in college still, so they may not be. One of them's dating somebody, and then there's the 19-year-old, and she's off limits because she's my little baby sister. So sorry, guys. Let's see. For football, Jake Miller says
Browns lost and fell apart after Nick Chubb fumbled. Yeah,
Cleveland?
I mean,
is that Cleveland
so look,
Browns?
Jake, look, I'm gonna go cry myself to sleep after this live stream for how poorly the Titans showed today. But it's the first game of the season. The first real preseason doesn't count, so it's the first game. We'll catch up. You know, Yeah, the Browns will come around. The Titans will come around. Tim says they're both 24. Yeah, young bucks, man. So W. Wilson says he loves choosing 5.
Hold on, the chat just like
it jumped.
Okay.
Yeah, it did jump.
Aaron, okay.
How's this work? So I'm like the diffuser that we use for lighting is obstructing my view. I was gonna say blocking, but obstructing makes me sound way smarter. So I'm gonna say obstructing my view from seeing what we actually look like. So I can only see the chat. Aaron can see everything, but I can only see the chat.
I mostly look at the computer down there for us.
Ah, that's smart. It took me an hour and 42 minutes to catch up on that.
JG said, if you're a lady, run. Run from who? Who are they running from? Aiden?
Not Aiden.
Aiden's cool.
He's a sweetheart.
Aiden and Tim are both 24. Baby.
All right, we're going to catch up on here before we sign off for the night. The flight's done.
Patrick has socks if you're 24 years old. Yeah, I probably do too, man.
You have a sock that's by the dryer on the floor.
I
don't know if it's clean or if it's dirty.
It's probably clean. It probably fell. It's fine. I got it. Is it blue? Is it a blue Bombas?
It's a navy blue
Bombas sock.
It's been there for a week and a half.
No, it hasn't. I got it. I got you.
It has been there for a week and a
half. Wait, you can say Worcestershire, but not diffuser. Oh my goodness.
Can I have one of those?
The Laffy Taffy?
Yeah.
The apple?
Yeah.
There you go.
We're just chilling now, guys.
Yeah, now we're gonna focus on the chat.
We want to try to keep these to
Peter White. He has daughters 15, 25, 31, and multiple ex-wives.
Been there.
Oh snap.
It's getting real.
Yeah. Stuff and whiskey. Tim Fain says I can send you a video of the lights I installed after this. Yeah. Send it. You got the he has a contact info.
Yeah.
He's got it.
You got my number.
Yeah.
Text me.
Text him.
Text me, bro. I'll wait in bed for you.
Oh, wow. Okay.
For the text.
He's a married man, and so are you.
Oh, yeah. He is a married man now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm married too.
Yeah, you are. Oh, goodness. All right, guys. Let's see. I think we're caught up.
I think we covered everything. We did the flight. I'm salivating because this sour apple.
It's so good. Thank you, Barry.
Man, it's so good.
So much. You have no idea. Sour apple anything is like my favorite flavor. And I've been tasting the banana every couple days to try to get that ingrained into my flavor profile. So that way, if I ever taste it in anything, then I will know. Let's see. Aiden, Josh, I'm not married. Await images.
So.
You okay?
Laffy Taffy is an awful idea. If you ever guys are live streaming,
don't eat
Laffy
Taffy. Oh my gosh.
You got to carry the load here.
W. Wilson asks, have we tried Traverse City Whiskey Barrel Proof Rye? I've never even heard of that.
I've never tried any Traverse
City.
It's Michigan, at least. Maybe Detroit. Never tried Traverse City. I will say, if you haven't tried New Riff Rye, check that out.
Yeah.
New Riff Barrel Proof Rye.
Kathy,
my eye is okay.
I'm gonna highlight Kathy's because Kathy, I loved meeting Kathy. I'm so glad we got to meet you.
Kathy and Christy, and we We would have literally hung out in that parking lot and talked to you guys
We talked
all day long.
for way too long.
We left
as
and
we
got
tend
some
to
Thai
do.
food,
Yeah.
came home, cleared out our pallets, and then we went and
Yes.
did some videos. So,
Will, if you and your wife come to Nashville, hit us up.
yeah, let us know, man.
Email us at stuffandwhiskey@gmail.com.
Yeah.
And then we can hit Arrington for sure.
Do the tasting, bring some
We need
can
to
you
do.
bring bottles into Arrington? I've never done that. I always just go for the wine.
Yeah, I don't know.
And now the bluegrass, since we went last time.
Well, if they still have it. We haven't been in a few years.
Yeah, we haven't gone. We live downtown, and it was fantastic, and we could walk everywhere, and then things happen in the world with viral type of deals.
Of the viral nature, yeah.
And it became a lot less fun to be
and then
in the thick of things
the
in
place
Nashville.
we lived does not exist anymore because there's a suicide bomber that blew it up.
Yeah.
On
the
Christmas
morning,
Day,
if you guys saw that on the news, that was outside the front door of our apartment complex. That we broke our lease early on. We should have been there, but we broke our lease early.
This place.
Because we love living downtown, but we found a house that popped up. So Barry said best live stream ever. Thank you so much.
It's all thank you, Barry.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, man. We got some more samples to try, but this was the flight. This was so fun, man. Store picks are so unique. They're the best. They're the absolute best. Yeah. JG says, wow, I'm assuming the fact that our home that we were supposed to be in and we broke our lease early on got exploded on Christmas morning.
I love that place so much.
Yeah.
I have
that was wild.
I still have pictures of it. I use it on my backgrounds I work from home now, and I use it on my Microsoft Teams backgrounds because I love that apartment so much.
Yeah. Aiden asked us not to say the name of the place he worked. I don't think I did. Did you?
I didn't. I don't know. I don't remember.
Maybe we did. Maybe we didn't. I don't know. We probably shouldn't have drawn attention to it now.
I don't think we did.
Sorry. What's happening? What's happening with your computer?
I don't know.
Whoa, that was weird.
It's fine.
Okay. There was like a swirly thing.
Oh, yeah, we won't, Aiden. We won't say
Yeah.
Because I honestly don't even remember the name of the store.
We're very, no, I do. But we really try to be respectful of people's privacy and anonymity. I'm going to keep using that word because it's like the only smart word I know. And we really try to be respectful of all that. So we're good. And yeah,
for sure. Okay. Tim just sent us a video.
Oh boy. All right, guys, we are close to signing off. So if you got anything, hit us with it.
Yeah. Let us know. Cause it is getting close to Aaron's bedtime.
It's our bedtime. So
I can't speak for him, but I'm turning into a pumpkin.
I will say we only do these once a month. And Barry Hawk and Barry Hawk is like my kindred spirit. Like we're both Tool fans. We both like bourbon.
Yeah.
He's got an awesome name and I don't. He's like,
you do.
Can we say our last name? People know our last name.
It's fine. We don't have to say it.
But like he's a hawk.
Yeah, Barry
and
Hawk.
I'm a lesser bird. So yeah. So I won't even. I mean, you guys can speculate on what our last name is. Based on a lesser bird than a hawk, which is almost every other bird because Barry Hawk has the best last name ever.
It is a legit superhero name.
Yeah. Burnkey, pumpkins rule. So yeah, Kimberly's in here.
Yeah.
She is a huge part of what is making this charity giveaway so amazing.
Aw, thank you, Barry. He loves the crap out of us. We love the crap out of you.
Yeah, man.
Thank you so much.
All the love. Yeah. We're all about all the love. So, all right, guys, it's about 19 minutes past our bedtime, according to our stove clock right over there.
And the computer that I have right there.
But Barry, I was going to say, we had to come to Jesus, and Barry talked to me, and he's like, look, you only do it once a month. Like, we need you guys. Like,
I know, but Aaron
we need overtime. It's bourbon night.
Aaron needs sleep, although I did get a nap today. So in preparation for this live stream, I took like a 2-hour nap. So we're good.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter what time I go to bed. I always wake up around 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning. So
Jay asked if our last name is Tweety Bird.
Yep. Man.
It is.
Boy, you really saw us from a mile away there.
But all right, I think everyone's leaving.
We're gonna sign off for the night.
Nurse Dave Shaving World asked if our last name was Pigeon.
Yep. Josh Pigeon. At this point, I don't even want to say it. I just want people to speculate.
I know.
It's
now
way
I'm like,
more
we might
fun
as well
that
just
way.
tell people, but now I'm like, no, it's more fun when people guess.
It's way more fun that way. So cheers, you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Yes.
Again, if you're tuning in really late, check the beginning on the rewatch to find out all the charity info, the bottle giveaway info. If it was turkey, I'd be so happy because we're such big Wild Turkey fans. That would be the best.
Honestly, dude, that might have been a deal breaker for me. And your last name was Turkey.
Thank you so much. Yeah, dude, you're in town. Let's get a drink together at some point in time. Again, my schedule's a beast, but we can do that for sure.
With notice,
you
we'll
look
make
like
work.
You got a sick beard, so absolutely.
I love a beard.
So, all right, guys, we're signing off for the night. Cheers.
Right.
You can hit that button.
Cheers.
Love you guys. Thank you so much for being here.
All right.
This was so much fun.
Mwah.
Next month is going to be big.